うんざりだ。お前らにはどいてもらう。
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Where today guys, I am back on One Piece Banner Rush to bring you guys another gameplay video. Where today guys, I'm going to be doing gameplay on my 6-star Boost2 man who dreams of becoming the king of the pirates, Monkey D. Luffy. Or as I like to call him, and I'm sure other people like to call him, Expensive Luffy. We call him Expensive Luffy because this motherfucker, when he first dropped, was the most expensive unit when it comes to getting a guaranteed. If you wanted a guaranteed copy of this dude, it was around $2,800, I believe, somewhere around that range. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what Bandai was thinking when this man first dropped, but like I remember when he first dropped, and I was like, why is he so expensive? I get it, right? He was the first unit that could change roles mid-game, but like, come on now. But that's besides the point. Expensive Luffy in the meta now is, well, how do I say, he's not as good anymore. Now he actually requires skill to use. If you are a good player, if you know how to use this dude, he is very good. He is a very good character. He can just one-shot anyone, especially with his skill 2, King Kong Gun, can absolutely obliterate anyone. However, if you're someone like me who don't use this guy and you suck with him, I wouldn't advise using him because this guy is really hard to use. You have to play him in a certain way. If you play this Luffy wrong, you will get absolutely annihilated. This dude is the definition of a glass cannon. In the case that he hits insanely hard, but if he gets hurt, I mean, he's gonna take a crap ton of damage. Now, funny enough, this Luffy can counter S-Snake perfectly. S-Snake can take him out too, but if Luffy can land the King Kong Gun into Kong Organ, he can destroy S-Snake. S-Snake does not stand a chance. However, again, if the S-Snake's smart and play around with you, she could take you out too. So it's a 50-50. So yeah, again, just be careful when using this Luffy. He's still pretty decent. Just play smart. Don't be brain dead, and you'll be just fine. So we're gonna go into the metal skills and trace to see what this Luffy's capable of and dominate lead battle. So for metal skills, I'm gonna be rocking a pretty decent metal set. We'll be rocking Red Rock Metal, Sumo Slap Metal, and Kongun Metal. Providing some skill 1 and 2 cooldown, dodge cooldown, capture speed. When we are losing, I increase my damage by 10%. When allies are near the treasure that I'm at, I increase my damage by 10%. When I capture a treasure, I recover 5% HP. When I'm attacking the element that I am strong against, I increase my damage by 5%. When I'm attacking a defender inside of a treasure area, when I'm inside of a treasure area, I increase damage against defenders by 5%. And that's about it. Character boost is fully boost 2 as per usual. For stats, we are focusing on a lot of HP, attack, and some defense. I say you might want to focus on the HP now because the meta is just ignore damage reduction, ignore defense. So just focus on HP a bit and put some attack on so we can hit harder. But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of defense though. All right, let's move on to the skills, shall we? So as I said before, this Luffy has the ability to switch roles mid-game. So he can switch between Snake Man and Bounce Man form. But we're going to go to his like more normal skills. Of course, skill 1, he changed into Snake Man form. When he does the King Cobra attack. And the attack deals a knockback effect. He becomes invincible while he's doing this. And it should also be noted when he does change to Snake Man, he becomes a runner. And then skill 2 is Bounce Man form. When he does turn into Bounce Man, he does King Kong Gun. Is a long-range area attack that inflicts tremor if they aren't immune to status effects. Luffy also becomes invincible during this skill as well. It has a 47-second cooldown. I forgot to mention, King Cobra has the same amount of cooldown as well. Now, if you do change to Snake Man, his skill 2 changes into Gum Gum Jet Cobrine. This is a long-range area, multi-hit area attack that has a chance to inflict stun. The chance is 50% for each hit. The stun lasts for 3 seconds. And then, after all those hits come out, Luffy will do a final attack that deals a knockback effect. This apparently stuns too, but I never see it stun. I'd never seen this thing stun before. But yeah, when this does hit, it will reduce the enemy speed by 30% for 20 seconds. This skill has a 35-second cooldown. And yeah, it's a pretty overall skill. If you're wondering what this is just how you change back to your base form. That's all it is. It has a 25-second cooldown. Now, if you do change the Bounce Man form, his skill 2 becomes Gum Gum Kong Organ. This is just like King Cobra in the sense that it's a multi-hit area of attack That's a chance to inflict stun, chance 50% as well. However, this one ignores defense, so you can kill defenders real easily with this skill, especially ones that rely on the defense buff. Most of the time, this is a skill you're going to be using to one-shot people. It hits really hard, especially that final hit. Look at that damage, and it ignores defense as well. And of course, this one, again, inflicts stun. Stun lasts for 3 seconds. This skill has a 49-second cooldown. So yeah, Luffy's pretty insane. He has a lot of skills in this kit and whatnot. Overall, a hard hitter. Let's move on to the traits, shall we? Character traits. You nullify shock and trance, and like the typical Luffy traits. When you're using skill 2, change down to a stagger effect. Like when you're doing the Jet Cobra or Kong Organ, the only way to stop him is by killing him or hit him with a knockback effect. Snake Men traits. When your HP is 70% or more, boost catch speed by 50%. As I said, he turns into a runner. And when you do capture a treasure, you recover 30% HP and get a skill 2 cooldown by 20%. Bounce Man traits. When your HP is 70% or more, resist stagger and increase damage by 30%. After you do KO an enemy, reduce the cooldown time of skill 2 by 30% and recover 15% HP. So obviously, Bounce Man is just like the damage dealer. This guy's going to deal a crap ton of damage. Again, because since he does ignore defense. Alright, let's move on to the actual traits. Trait 1. When attacking an enemy, 100% chance to increase your attack by 3%, max is 75%. So yeah, if you want to stack your attack out the fastest, just rely on your Jet Cobra or Kong Organ, or base Luffy's normal attacks, because he does have multi-hit normal attacks in his base form. However, I do believe if this Luffy does get buffed in the future, they should change his 3% to 5%. 3% is way too low. It takes forever to get your stacks maxed out. Yeah, that should definitely become 5%. When your team is losing, boost the cooldown reduction speed of skill 2 by 50%, so you have access to your skill 2 faster. That's all it is. When your HP is 50% or more, you'll be left with 1 HP, so in other words, you can get one-shotted. A really good trait. Trait 2. When your HP is 70% or more, reduce NRC by 30% and reduce it furthermore by 20% against attackers. So you're pretty tanky, I guess you can say. Mainly against attackers, though. When receiving percent damage, including from status effects, from an enemy, recover 6% HP for each hit. So like a Kainu's Magma, the Incineration, King Skill 1. Anything that does fixed damage, this Luffy will heal from it. I'm pretty sure this Luffy came out around the time that a Kainu was still running around. So yeah, his Incineration was annoying back then. When dealing damage 6 times in 10 seconds, you boost your defense by 30% for 10 seconds. So this allows Luffy to become harder to kill, you could say. Just overall, nothing wrong with that. And now do keep in mind that you can turn into Snake Man and Bounce Man form and you keep all these traits. All these traits you can keep, even in your runner form. So it's almost like you're the best runner in the game in a way. But Luffy's boost trait is actually unique. When your HP is 97% or more, you nullify status effects inflicted by enemies. So, let's say a kind of throws out his little Crimson Dog attack, that thing, and it won't inflict incineration on you. He'll just nullify it, or any other attack like S-Snakes, petrify. And that's expensive Luffy, guys. Again, this attacker is not bad at all. It just depends on how you play him. If you play him really bad, you're gonna die real easily. But if you're good at the game and you know how to use him properly, definitely use him. This guy is still pretty good. I don't use him like that myself, but he's pretty good. All right, let's move on to the support, shall we? We are rocking 157.9% support with the Attacker, Straw Hat, Paramecia, Captain, New World tags. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and turn post notifications. And I'll, of course, see you guys next video, all right? Peace out, everybody.
俺は海賊王になる男だ。
身ぐるみで追い抜け。承知しねえぞ。
オッケー。
格下のお前がいなくて俺一人で戦う。世界一の攻撃が一番効いてただろ。
俺は海賊王になる男だ。
お前は生物として俺には勝てねえ。相手をしてやる。
押せ。押せ。
やめときな。名実ともに俺たちは世界一の海賊団だ。